And if anybody familiar with Eastern winds mean judgment. But God didn't give that in a way or means of negative because people always think negative. Judgment is also a thing that comes with God also carrying us through. But he gave me eastern winds and he said separation of wheat and tares. The good grain kept and the bad grain tossed to be burned. And that didn't land just in 2025. That landed ongoing. So that was for the church. And what he was giving me there is, hunker down, stay in him, abide in him. Those who are abiding him, good grain. Those who are not abiding uh, would be tossed. Uh, and then the world, he said acceleration and acceleration and shifts in the regions, in power, and in authority in the realms. So God has been, this is not something that was new, it was a reiteration. And he said, hey, I'm shifting the means of power. And so those who we think that God will be using, he will be using in 2025. And he'll be shifting the reins of power and shifting that to his people, not to people that he cannot trust, but those he can trust. And then the last thing that he gave me was something that he's also given me, but it's a reiteration. And he said, transfer of wealth and authority. He said, good conscience and integrity towards him. So that's his. That's more so what he was given for us. That good conscience and that good integrity towards him that comes with a shift in transfer and wealth and authority. And all of that, one of the things he gave me a revelation for, and I didn't, he told me what it was for. He said it was for all believers. That he gave me about a month ago, and he told me to share it with all believers. But he gave it to me while I was praying about this again. And what he was reminding me of and telling me to share is before the world began, I spoke your name into existence. So as he spoke our name into existence, the scriptures written about us in the heavens are already written. So it's our choice whether we activate those scriptures or whether we where we make our own choices. And he was saying to me that the battles in the heavens are not, that the battle's not against flesh and blood, but it's against spiritual principalities in the heavenly realms. Those principalities are there to distract, destroy, and keep us from actually fulfilling the scriptures that God has written about us so that we can actually fulfill the ones that we either have in vain or that the devil's trying to do. So he said there's battles in the heavens. And as he was reminding me of that, he said, hey, every day, every morning, as you wake up, every day that you're living your life, he was reminding us to continue to stay activating those scriptures that he wrote about us in the heavens. Because as we activate the consciousness towards God, as we are the good grain, right, that he keeps, those scriptures will be activated in our lives and will fulfill what God has for us. So that's lastly what he was explaining.